Aywa, nkani video beka minka to chaman befo oma. Dao ba wele ko ba mananka. Dao ba fo ama ko maninka ka. Dao fana ko ama ko julaka. Akera fenye abeye kan kelen indeye. Abefoko kan saba be bora woloba kelen na ka jensen keleo senfe. Atinye na nkalon dondo bolo nada o kiseka. Bamanankan be fo malila. Nga ibe bamanan soro mali fanto be ani mali kerefe jamana ola. Mandinka kan be fo laginela. Ani julakan be fo julakan fo yorobao ye konowari ani bobo julaso. Kan ye jagoke kan ye afiriki tilebi biyan fanfe. Mogo ni be nin kan kelen men ibe chama faumuya ato filala. So that was a short introduction of Mandingo language, Mandinka, in the Mandingo language, specifically the Bamana Jula dialect. So this video I'll just kind of give a brief overview of the language. So it's spoken in this area here. So mostly it's southern Mali, eastern Guinea, and a good portion of the Ivory Coast, where it's a lingua franca as well. Here we have kind of information. Mandinka, Niger-Congo family of the Mande branch. So just to give you an idea of the place of Mande in the Niger-Congo phylum or family, most likely was considered outer Niger-Congo. So it is, of course, I should probably just make a whole video about this actually. Well, long story short, it's considered part of the outer group of Niger-Congo, which split off before the development of the noun class system. But yeah, so Mandingo, or known by the linguistic name Manding or Mandinka, has about 40 million speakers. Spoken in all these different countries, like I said, primarily Mali, Guinea, and Ivory Coast, but also parts of Burkina Faso, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Senegal, Gambia, and Guinea-Bissau. I am focusing mostly, overwhelmingly, I'm focusing on the Bamana Jula dialect. So those are actually two dialects, but they are so basically Mandingo, how it's split up into East and West Manding. West Manding I'm not even learning at all. That's spoken in a small part of Mali here, but mostly in Guinea and Gambia. And this consists of two languages, two variants. Kita Maninka which is also known as Western Mandinka, and then Gambian Mandinka. But I'm not even learning those. I'm gonna be learning, and by the way, they take up all those two variants um, make up around 5 million people. So Western Manding in all consists of 5 million speakers. The other 35 million are in Eastern Manding, which is the bulk of it, and this is what I will be focusing on. So Eastern Manding you could split into two other groups, pretty much Northeast and Southeast. Northeast is the group that I'm going to be focusing on, the language, which consists of two dialects. Bambara, which is an exonym, which is a Fulani exonym for um, Bamanaka, is what they call themselves. So exonym means what other people call them. Endonym is what they call themselves. So how they refer to their own language is Bamananka, which is mostly in southern Mali here. And then there's a Julaka, or Jula, which is the other variant spoken in Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso. And these two variants share around 90% mutual intelligibility. So they're very similar. But yeah, these are the main two I'm going to be focusing on, Bamananka and Julaka. Julaka, its native area, the most native speakers, or I should say the native region it comes from, the Ivory Coast, is the northern part. But it has spread as a lingua franca to pretty much the whole western and northern part of the country, amongst other ethnic groups. And so there's also a variant called Tagbusika, or interethnic Jula. I don't really know how much that differs from standard Jula, which I think is the variant of hold on, Ojene. I think is where it's based off of. I'm not 100% sure on that though. In any case, this is the variant that I'm going to be focusing on, and to a lesser extent on Southeast Manding, which is Malinke, spoken mostly in eastern Guinea, eastern half of Guinea, and small parts of Sierra Leone and Liberia. This is a bit different. So comparing Malinke or Maninkaka, also known as Eastern Mandinka, with Northeast Manding, composing of Bamana and Jula, they share around 75% to 80% mutual intelligibility. So they're a bit more different, but still pretty similar. But yeah, Maninkaka has around 5 million speakers, and Bamanaka and Jula together, what I like to call Bamana Jula, has around 30 million speakers. So this is pretty much the bulk of the Mandingo language consists of Bamananka and Julaka of Mali and Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso. So the information that I'm going to be giving right now, the following information is going to be about Bamana and Jula, since Malinke, like I said, I'm going to have a secondary focus on, and I really haven't I don't have enough knowledge about it to speak on it that much, really. But so Bamana and Jula, they're tonal. I mean, it's a tonal language. They have two tones, high and low, and it also has what's known as a tonal downdrift, which is common in virtually all West African languages that have tone, that is, except for the extremely tonal ones that have 3 or more levels. Most of them don't even have a downdrift. But most two-tone systems have you'll find a downdrift. So basically, what that means is it has a um, gradual shift downwards, the pitch, because the high and low are this represent the relative pitch, but in the overall downdrift registers, which are more um, what's the word? It's more absolute, yeah, absolute registers, absolute pitch. So, but if two, so basically each word has a tone, or two tone, or a variation of tones. So, for example, if the first two words are high tones, and the second one will be at a mid level, a mid tone level. So, as an example, you want to say, um, let's see, Mali, Mali be Afiriki tile bien fanfe. So I said Mali is in West Africa. So if you notice the second word after Mali, then be, Mali be, it went down to a mid-tone. Mali be Afiriki tile went down to a low tone. Tile bien fanfe. And then that happened again where uh, Tile bien fan ends in a high tone, and then fe is also a high tone, but since it's in it's after it's after another high tone, then it goes down one register to a mid tone. Um, but yeah, so that's just kind of a brief outline on the tone. There's a lot more I could get into, but it also Bamana Jula variant of Mandingo also has so basically 90% of all lexical tone is high or low. There are some cases of rising tone, but they're virtually all a result of um, mid consonant deletion in a word. So basically, the low tone and the high tone kind of combine. What else? Yeah, and then also it has falling tone and rising tone, but these are mostly found in certain situations, like grammatical situations, to make a word definite, to make a noun definite. For example, you have the word for mother or river, which is ba with a high tone. So if I say ba, that just means mother or river. But if I say ba, it will, with a falling tone, it'll be the river or the mother. Conversely, if you have a low tone, like fa, which is father, and you make it fa, that would be the father. And then there's other cases where I guess you can call it when two words kind of combine with each other. For example, um, ateodon, or I'm sorry, ateodon, ateodon. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know that, I should say. So the te and the o combine, and since te has a high tone and o has a low tone, they combine to to. It becomes a falling tone. So it goes from ateodon to atodon. He doesn't know that. Um, let's see, anything else to add? Mandinka also has its own script called Nko, which literally means I read. Not to be confused with Nko. Nko, I read. Nko, I bathe. So tone is a really important feature of Mandingo and pretty much most African languages. So A lot of resources are out there that don't have tone. I would recommend to stay away from. Um, but I just got recently there's a new dictionary out that I highly recommend by Valentin Vidrin, a Russian linguist, who probably the top authority on Mande languages, um, called Manding English Dictionary. I highly recommend it. It's very extremely useful. So, some a little more on Mandingo. It was the language of the Mali Empire, uh, one of the one of the oldest and um, most prominent civilizations in West Africa. I say oldest because you can go back to the Songhai Empire, which wasn't not to not to don't confuse it with the Songhai people, which are a distinct people, but the Songhai, or I'm sorry, not the Songhai, but Ghana. Yeah, the Ghana Empire, which wasn't here, but it was somewhere here, and they were consist of Mandingo peoples. But for some reason, Ghana, a totally different ethnic identity, a country made up of totally different ethnic identities. Um, they named their country after that empire, which I find kind of strange because Ghana has its own um, interesting civilizations. But yeah, so it's a very important historical language of West Africa. Um, and by the way, the words Mali, Mande, Mandingo, Mende, they all come from the same cognate, which is pretty much Mali. I'm not sure what the original name was. Possibly Mali or Mande, which is not a name of a people, but name of a land, an ancestral land, which is probably around what's now southern Mali. Um, since this area is where, or maybe a little bit further south, is where Mandingo came about. Well, that's all. I don't want to take too long in this video. I will have more videos so hopefully soon. Thank you, everybody. Aonichi kosebe. Kanben. Kanben. Don't wait.